1.85 times 6.9
Oh my God.
is 12.765, okay? Now, when we're dealing with the times 10 to the power, right? We're dealing with these powers. So when we're multiplying powers, what do we do with the exponents? Add them. Good. So what is 6 plus 1?
7.
Okay?
8.
Now, is this written in a number between 1 and 9?
No.
No. So we got to rewrite it. Okay? So what's our first step was given, right?
Yes, sir.
Then the second step was, do we know?
Was it like definition something? Or exponent?
Yeah, we were working with a couple things here. We're multiplying, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay? So we're doing PIMDOS. So we're doing MD, right? But in the same aspect that we're doing MD, we are also doing exponents, right? Okay? So, the next step is the definition of,
Exponent.
well, scientific notation. Okay? The definition of scientific notation. Okay? Now, if you want to write that out, it's scientific notation. Okay? Now, what that means is I'm going to take this number and make sure it's a number between 1 and 9. Right? Among, I should say, 1 and 9. So 1.2765, right? Now, how far did I move this? I moved it over 1, right? That means to get it back to there, I need to multiply it by a 10, right? So 10 times 1.2 is 12, isn't it? Okay? So that means that I'm saying that I have 1 10 that I've added. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
And I'm adding it to this, so that means it's also going to multiply the 10 to the 7. Okay? So all I'm doing is moving the decimal. Okay? I'm moving the decimal, and I'm seeing how many 10s does it take to get back to this one? Right? Or how many 10s, negative 10s would it take? Does that make sense?
Yes,
So you either have positive 10s or negative 10s. Okay? It's getting bigger, so it's a positive 10. Now, what's the definition that we're going on to next? So we got 1.2765 times 10. And what do we do when we multiply two powers at the same base? What do we do to the exponents? What do we do? Add. What's 1 plus 7?
12. 8.
Okay? Now this is tough. This is where students have a hard time, okay? Doing scientific notation is where students have a lot of trouble, okay? Especially when you're multiplying and you're coming up with numbers that are bigger, right? And then you're trying to remember which way do I got to move this thing. So just treat it like you would on the first page,
Yes, sir.
okay? If it gets bigger, you're going to have positive 10s. If it gets smaller, you're going to have negative 10s. Okay? Now that next step is definition of what? Which one are we doing there? What did we work on? Exponents, right? So all we did was the exponential rule. That's it. Okay? So we did, well, technically we did multiplication and division, but we did with the exponents. Okay? Alright, that's it for 11 and 12. Let's look at 13 and 14. Okay?